Everybody, how everybody's doing today? Welcome back to another episode of Frank Presents the Play Call. We are 81 days away from the start of the NFL season, and we're super motivated and amped today. I'm joined by the team, no guest, I guess. So it's Nikki, June, Bree. How are y'all doing today?
I'm good. I stayed home today. I had a fever, but I'm doing better. I slept.
Right.
How you doing, brother?
What Frank said, he was like, hey, welcome everybody. 81 day. We're super excited. I'm like, with your tone don't even
I lied. Frank, I lied. It's
What?
76 days.
It's 70 what days?
76. Over here giving
76
us
days and 4 hours. So 77 days.
Oh, Jesus, people. I'm sorry. We don't have a production team that gives us the news or the information on the whim. When we get big and we have people that can sit in the background and give us in our ears, you're 76 days away. I can do it. So 76 days. 76 days away from the start of NFL season. Now, Nikki, are you blessed and highly favored today?
Amen. Hallelujah. Woo!
Nikki, you got a migraine. June, how you doing, bro? You got that first fade, brother. It looks good.
Appreciate it. I'm doing amazing. How are you doing?
Hey, I'm good, man. Hey, listen, I talk about that offline. I'm good. One day closer is one day closer to retirement. Let's go.
Oof.
Oh my gosh. I'll wait till the end.
Good, Bree.
Okay. I am?
Yeah.
Okay. So the first thing, so this is more informational. We don't really have to discuss it. But former Bengals cornerback Trey Waynes tells the Gary and Steen Sports podcast show that his football days are over. He quoted saying, honestly, in my head, I'm done. I'm not officially doing it just because I don't give a fuck.
He said he's not officially doing it because he don't give a F.
He says, I'm not officially doing it just because I don't give a fuck.
Oh, okay.
Like, he just don't care no more about it.
Right.
I just thought I'd put that in there. I thought that it was funny because when Ian put it on Twitter, Ian put it in quotes and he put I don't give a, and then he put explicit word.
I like that.
Next is the Eagles have agreed to terms with former 49 safety Jaquiski Tart, giving him a 1-year deal. Good job, June. You got your safety.
Hey, just want to let you guys know, on notice, we just sent the memorandum out to the entire NFL. I just want to let you guys know here first. We just put everybody on notice. We just keep on doing what we do.
Boy, go to sleep.
Okay. Some good news for the Patriots as well. The Patriots are adding some receiver depth into their minicamp, signing Florida State's wide receiver LeJordan Humphrey to a 1-year deal, sources said. With New Orleans the last 3 years, Humphrey now lands in New England.
They going all in now. I mean, they're not getting big names, but what I think Bill Belichick is doing is getting pieces that could complement Mac Jones in the offense. They also said that Matt Patricia is going to be the offensive play caller. That's going to be very interesting because they're defensive mind. So I want to see what that looks like. But a lot of people,
I guess he got to it when he got to it.
Yeah, he did. I think a lot of people, they think that this year Mac Jones is going to do a lot better. So we'll see. They're getting him some receivers. Maybe it'll work out.
Okay. Giants linebacker Justin Hilliard on his 2-year game suspension for violating NFL policy on performance-enhancing substances. So I'm going to show his tweets. And I wanted to talk about this because I just wanted y'all to know if y'all thought it was fair that he only got a 2-day suspension. Okay. So he put, or 2-game suspension. I've been informed by the NFL that I've tested positive for a banned, don't know that long ass word, substance. After investigation, it came clear that I mistakenly took my partner's prescription medication instead of my own anti-inflammatory prescription. I am well aware of the NFL zero tolerance policy, and I take full responsibility for having a banned substance in my body. And that's what he had tweeted. So he only got a 2-game suspension. Do you think that's right, being that they gave DeAndre Hopkins a 6-game suspension?
DeAndre Hopkins got 6 games. 6 games. I think Edelman got 4 games for his. Here goes the NFL again, not being consistent. If you got to be consistent. That's my only issue. People get caught. You give people 1 6 games, 1 4. You give them 2. Consistency. Be consistent. Did he violate the rules? Yes. If the violation in the penalty before was 6 games for one, 4 for the other, then at least give him between 4 to 6 games, but not 2. What makes his drug that he took very different?
Right. I was joking with my coworkers at work the other day about it, and I was like, well, they probably only gave him 2 games because he's not really a big factor and the Giants are going to lose anyway, like regardless if he's on the field or not. So him not being there, it's not going to make a difference. Joking saying that. But I agree. Like, have the same standard for everybody.
Yeah.
So I have a question. This question, please do not take my head off. The freaking question, okay? I don't know about everybody, but do you think, and I'm saying this right, just asking that, because he admitted where Hopkins today said he ain't take up anything.
That, you know what,
I mean,
that could be a good answer because he didn't fight it. He just said, listen, I took my girl's drug by mistake. I didn't know. I'll eat it. It's possible they show leniency, but I mean, he's
I'm not saying this right. I'm just asking.
No. I think it's a good point you bring up. You bring an excellent point up, because at the end of the day, he's admitting to his flaw. He just says, look, it was an accident. I took something else that I thought was what it was mine, but it wasn't. My thing again is, every player that I've ever seen get hit for PEDs or any kind of substance contraband that's not in the legal usage of the sports franchise or the organization they play for, they all fight it. I don't recall one person saying, yo, yeah, you're right, I did steroids for a whole year or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't know, but you're right. It might be. I don't know. I wasn't in the room. None of us have the transcripts of the conversation, so it's possible. That's a good point. I just feel be consistent. That's all it is, man. Just be consistent.
I mean, okay. So with that being said about being consistent, and it's not equal, but just thought. We do it every day at work. You get what I'm saying? Like, oh, you know. And because I don't want to say, oh, maybe because it's first offense, because that might not be true. That might be more true for us at work or whatever. But, in the sense of who haven't, committed sin, cast the first stone. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know what? I'm still going to punish you. However, you're aware, and you just gonna take your bid, whatever that bid is, and it might not be so big because you are aware. And
What happened?
I don't know.
I said what I had to say, and that was it.
Oh.
It's kind of interesting, right? How they it's kind of interesting how they base their punishments, right? So to speak. Like, what is the standard? You know what I'm saying? Is it based on a certain drug, which I don't think it should, regardless of how potent one is from the other, or how big the mistake is from the other, you still did it. It still showed up. So I think it should be a standard, Doug. Like it should be. It doesn't matter what it is. If it pops positive, automatic 4. If it pops positive again, 10. Next year, the third one, you out for the rest of the season, or the following season, whatever the case is.
Mm-hmm.
I think it should be like make it simple, man. Don't make other people like us think that there is favoritism based on whoever's given this judgment.
That's a good way. I mean, again, I think we all saying the same thing: is be consistent across the board. What is the standard, right? What is the minimum? If it's your first offense, how many games is it? If it's your second offense, are you suspended for a whole season? If it's your third offense, are you indefinite until you get reinstated by the league? Be consistent across the board and give the fans something to talk about. Or just be agreeance with. I think me and Bree talked about this when we was reviewing the book on the NFL with Mike Florio. He talks about the different things on how the NFL doesn't really work in certain items. You know, the punishments are not consistent across the board. But at the end of the day, it can happen to anybody, like Nikki said. So, you know what I mean? I'm not going to pass judgment on the player because and there's a lot of pressure on these players too. Like Edelman said when he was suspended for his, he admitted it was a moment of weakness for him. He was down. He wanted to come back and play the game. He was hurt. He took something and that he thought was going to help him, and it didn't. He was embarrassed. He apologized. You know, there's a lot of pressure there. A lot of pressure there for these players to get back on the field. Remember, you can get sat for a concussion and never start the game again. Just saying.
Yeah.
But you know, Bree makes a good point. Which you know, it was a joke or laugh, but was it less because they like, bro, the hype of somebody that might be considered non-factor being suspended is like, okay, whatever. Like, who is this? You know, kind of ordeal, and it's like, oh, you know, we still got to hold them accountable, but you know, he ain't. Is that a thing? You know, I mean, whenever there's nothing set in stone, you let anybody fill in the blank with whatever they think it is, right? And then the people that fill in the blank starts to drive the narrative because there's nothing set in stone. So that needs to be rectified. So.
No, you're right. I agree. And you know, it shouldn't matter of the players, a starter, a second string, a top 5, top 10, top 3. If he's a 35th, you know, the 160th wide receiver ranked, he violated the policy. But then whatever, 2 games is 2 games. He got 2 games. That's better than 4, 6, 8 or a season, you know. So I hope he learned his lesson.
2 games ain't shit because some teams, it take them damn near 5, 6 games for them to catch their rhythm any goddamn way. So 2 games. I mean, man, back in the day, you had COVID, you were missing a few games anyway. So 2 games ain't shit. I'm done.
All right, next sad news for the Baltimore Ravens family, fan base. Yesterday they had the passing of Jalen Ferguson, and also Tony Siragusa passed away as well. So my condolences to their friends and family and the whole Baltimore Ravens organization.
A moment of silence. Okay. Amen. Then the baby in the background hollering.
You should have muted it. That was the perfect time to mute it. Just saying.
All right. Next, we have the Browns quarterback Deshaun Watson has agreed to settlements with 20 of the 24 women who have filed sexual misconduct lawsuits against him.
How much time we got on this topic? Because we all got our views on it. You know, and I think it's a topic that we can discuss at length. So are we giving each other a timeline, or are we just gonna go into it until we feel like, yo, we just beat the dead horse? And
we can go into it. We can give each other a time lock though. We can give because I have a good game. So we can give each other 5 to 7 minutes each.
All right. So who wants to go first? Because I can say what I said originally and it could spark the conversation, or we can wait and then, you know, feed off of it. So who wants to go first?
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, I was just gonna say it looks bad him settling, right? That looks bad on his part. But I can also see you know what, let me just pay these women to shut the fuck up so I can, you know, just get on with my life. So we don't know the in-depth or why he did it because they're not coming out with why he did it. That's confidential. But I see a lot of people saying on social media, it makes him look even more guilty, or B, he is just trying to move on with his life.
Okay,
That's all.
so I'm sorry. So I really can't tell you how I feel because it depends on how it comes into my mind, or what I will say is this, right? I don't know. I do know how I feel. Like, I don't know. So I don't want to say he was guilty, right? I mean, I honestly can't say, you know, what was accused is actually legit. However, I just feel like you have uphold your innocence this entire time, right? If legit you just want this shit to be over, then you could have been paid them. You get what I'm saying? Like, this shit could have been over last year. So I don't know. It just caused more questions for me. Like, I can't allow it to sit easy and say, oh, he just wants it to be over. Well, you could have did this a long time ago if legit you just wanted it to be over. So I don't know. Like, I don't want to say I'm disappointed. I don't even want to say I'm relieved. I am bothered. I think that would be the best way to say it. I'm bothered.
So we discussed this, and I'm gonna say that I feel I kind of agree with him paying. I agree with everything everybody said, to be honest. Me, as a person that believes in him and a fan, I don't think that he did. I think it's to a point in life where you want to just, he's not going to jail, so that's a good thing. He's not going to be criminally charged. That's another good thing. The cards are kind of stacked against him. He's in limbo. He doesn't know if the NFL is going to suspend him for 6 games, 8 games, a whole year. These 4 of the girls went on HBO and did a documentary. I felt that was a little premature. They should have waited until everything was done and then said what they had to say. And I'm recording lately. And then for him to pay, I just think it's him trying to put it behind him. Lele say hi, y'all.
What up?
They say hi. Okay.
Hi, girl.
Yeah. All right, come back. I'll call you back. Talk to them, okay? Here we go. So, that's what I think. I don't know if he did it or not, At the end of the day, he did what he thought was right. And at the end, the truth is between him, God, and them females. And whatever he did, he got to live with it, whether he did it or not. That's just my take on it. What happened?
I think that goes vice versa. I'm sorry. I think that goes with the women too, right? Because you settle him right now. The truth is between you, God, and Deshaun, and you got to live with it. I don't know. I'm sorry, Joe. Go ahead.
No. I was just gonna say, another week with the same old name coming out of our mouths. God knows what's gonna happen next week.
You didn't say it last week.
Yeah, we did. We brought it up. I don't know. We should make this into a series. Into the Frank presents the play called the Watson series.
We did say it last week because the two more people came up. Yeah, we've been saying his name, but goddamn, like, bro.
You know what I'm gonna tell you what I want. I want the NFL to make a choice already. That's what I want. Just give him his punishment. Just say either you suspend it or not.
No more, Toby. No more.
In my opinion, I would like to know. We read what the misconduct rule was. We both Googled it. Me and Bree did, and we read it out loud in one of the episodes. I don't know what constitutes between getting a massage as a sexual misconduct. I don't know. I had never been to a masseuse. I never had a massage at a professional place, so I don't know. But, from people that have gone, some people say you are completely naked when you go to these places. Some say you do have your underwear on, depending where you're at. I've heard athletes have shorts on, like, boy shorts or whatever, not boy shorts, but like the boxer briefs with the 4-inch length so they can get the deep tissue massage on the the thighs. So I don't know. I don't know what he did. I really at this point I don't think it makes
Frank,
him.
you talking about the compression shorts?
Yeah, yes, like the Under Armour ones, the Nike ones, all those. I wear them, under my uniform and under my clothes, so it is what it is. But I don't know, man. At this point, NFL needs to make a decision. We just, we'll cover whatever comes out because this podcast is about the NFL and the topics that we see. But we got 76 days before football starts. At this point, the NFL needs to make a decision because we record and we talk about games and we want to be able to call a game with him in it and not have to wait until 2023 to see it. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I'm at with it.
That was a lot faster than. All right. So the next, speaking of Deshaun, I haven't done it in a long time. Speaking of Deshaun, Justin Jefferson had made a statement about Deshaun Watson, and he said, and I quote, "After doing my own research, I can say for certain that he's a weirdo. 66 masseuses is absurd. In my 2 years, the only massage I've ever had is a shoulder rub from Kirk rookie year before we played the Titans. All I'll say about Watson is definitely going to be suited up in orange next season." End quote.
Oh my God, man. That was funny.
No, you, Frankie. Oh my God, man.
No, because again, here's a person passing, in my opinion, passing judgment. And only 2 years in the game, be quiet. What I've heard other people say, like Channing Crowder said.
Channing Tatum's an actor.
Yeah. Channing Crowder and Pivot said.
You was watching Magic Mike, Frank?
No.
Popped up in your head?
No. I did watch P Valley, but that's not why. But anyways, he like he said, he had specific masseuses and his wife would book him. Brady's had Guerrero forever, with him. Some players are smart, and we had this conversation before, and I made a comment where I said, 66 people at the team paid for inside NDAs. He exposed himself too much. You leave yourself open for too much stuff. You can't. It's like sometimes you can't be nice to everybody because you're gonna get burnt. You know what I'm saying? He's an athlete. I'm not saying that he didn't do anything wrong to these women. What I'm saying is, the more exposure you have, the more open you are to getting attacked. That's it.
Did you see what you put in Messenger?
That's why I said it's funny. I said Drew's funny.
Hey, but for real, back to that number. 66. I mean, Lord. Dang, 66.
What if he has a problem? What if he doesn't really, but let's, so what I think one female said she was getting a massage and he was aroused. I don't know. Everybody's
maybe, but also it's like, he had, I don't know if they're still together, but he had his fiance, the Instagram model at the time, the whole time he was there. If that was my man, babe, what the fuck are you doing with a different masseuse every single time? Like, that's also like.
Maybe that's why they broke up though.
Well, they were still together.
33rd.
So it was like fall of 2021. And there's like Deshaun Watson spotted out since allegations and he took his fiance out for her birthday, but he hasn't posted on social media since then. He took her out to dinner. I don't know if they're still together or not, but.
Well, like I said, NFL, make your decision. Come on. He's settling stuff for whatever reason he's settling. Now it's time for you to make your decision. Are you going to suspend him? Are you not going to suspend him? If you are, how many games? We talking about 8? We talking about a year? That tells a lot to the team. They need to prepare because in that division, 8 weeks can make a big difference. Could be a big difference.
Hey, it goes back to what you were saying. Hey, just get that man some help. Let's start there.
Yeah.
Hey, Deshaun, if you're listening to this, use the help card, and we'll leave you alone.
For real. Or screen your people better, bro. Just get 1 or 2 people you call on. That's it.
Right.
Six women and 20. It's ridiculous. Anyways, what else do we have, Bree?
Speaking of what else do we have? Gronk retires again.
Yeah.
But for his agent, if Brady was to call him to come back mid-season, he thinks that Gronk will.
I think, oh God, I'm mixed about this. All right. For one, Gronk's a dope. I think Gronk is one of the top 5 tight ends all time. I'm not gonna say number 1 because Tony Gonzalez has a lot of records, but you gotta, you left the first time I think was because your body was hurt and you weren't happy where you at. You came back. When you came back, you won another Super Bowl. Now you have 4 rings. So in a sense, what else do you have to prove, right? As an athlete, as a tight end, what else do you really have to prove? You hold multiple records. But if you're gonna retire, stay retired, bro. Don't come back in the middle of the season. I'd rather people say, listen, I'm not sure I'm gonna play. Team can go find somebody else. And if I feel like it, I come back. But to retire, to then come back, that's you're playing with fans.
Retire again and then come back again.
Yeah. I thought he was coming back because Brady came back. So I thought because he always said he's only going to catch, footballs from one quarterback. That was Tom Brady. Then he said he wouldn't mind catching for Joe Burrow. So I thought maybe he'll go.
And that's when Brady retired the first time.
So I don't know. Maybe he'll end up in Cincy. You never know. Maybe he just feels conflicted but he said that in college he wrote a paper and they asked him what he want to play. He said he would love to play for Tampa Bay. And he was finally able to live out his dream by going there and playing and win a Super Bowl with them. So maybe he felt like, yo, I'm 33 years old. I have nothing else to prove. These other guys can have it. I got 4 Super Bowls. I'm definitely going to the Hall of Fame eventually. Why even talk about it? You know what I'm saying? So maybe.
I agree.
I agree with the fact. And I said this with Big Ben, right? I think you have to realize when it's time to let something go. You get what I'm saying? And I'm not saying, the difference with Big Ben. I hate to bring him up, but don't get sensitive. But
no, Mike Tomlin, I got sensitive.
No, but anyway, it was time for Ben to go. Like his performance showed that he had already outlived. And not saying that he wasn't playing, like he was still okay, but he wasn't the same Ben. You get what I'm saying? And I don't think that would be the same thing for Gronk. However, when it's time, it's time. You know what I mean? I do agree where make a decision and stick with it. And and it's okay. I think for anybody that has any kind of sense, living something that you've done for a while is scary. You know what I mean? And the unknown is always scary, but make a decision and stick with it. You like you just pointed out, Frank. He had a dream. He's what he wanted to do. He has done it. It's okay. You've done everything that you could do in your time. Eventually, it will all pay out. Whatever the end goal is, and most of them is Hall of Fame. You'll get that. So yeah, just take it to the house. Yep. But at least he put it out instead of somebody else writing it, and then you come and be like, "Wait a minute, I didn't say I retired."
Talking about Adam Schefter.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
He's been very low key on social media and Twitter and stuff. Like he'll retweet when Ian posts, and then like he'll put out the news after. Like he's like, I'll wait for somebody else to put it out first, and then I'm gonna put this shit out.
Yeah, he got murdered.
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought he would have stayed, honestly, at least for Brady's last year. In my opinion, I thought he really was. I would have. If I would have been Gronk, I would have been like, one last year.
I think a lot of people.
Or do you think he was trying to just give Brady his moment?
I mean, I thought when Ben got out, and turned around and said Brady got out, it kind of Ben didn't have a moment no more.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, maybe.
I don't know. Gronk's not one of those guys to make a big deal out of it. He's a entertaining character, but I think behind the camera when he's by himself and he's not doing all the crazy stuff on TV, like Gronk spiking old boy's head made out of Legos at the New Year's Eve thing, or hitting the baseball with the Lombardi Trophy and putting a dent in it, or doing WWE, or dancing like crazy he does on stage right before the Super Bowl, or being Gronk. I think Gronk deep down inside, like, listen, like, I'm gonna ride out. This is what I want to do.
Right, you didn't have to put all his business out like that.
I left a lot out. You know, like, Gronk. Listen, Gronk was one of the only players in New England that I know of that can do crazy stuff, and Belichick never benched him, never suspended him, never fined him, never nothing. He just let Gronk be Gronk. So, hey man, I enjoyed watching him play. Left a lot of memorable plays on the field. A lot of people hated him. Little linebackers couldn't stop him. Safeties and corners couldn't guard him. And when it came to the blocking game and the run game, that dude was a beast. So shout out to Gronk, your retirement. I hope you stay retired, man, and do your thing, bro. Enjoy life. He never spent none of his money that he made off the NFL. His salary, he never spent it. He pocketed it, saved. At 33 years old, this dude never spent a dime of his money he got paid. That's crazy. So enjoy it. Yup.
So next one, Mike Tomlin was on the Pivot podcast. I cried like 3 times watching it.
Bree, we need to get Bree some help, y'all. Bree, and I watched it. I don't know if you guys watched the Pivot. There was nothing sad about that interview. If anything,
No, it wasn't sad. I cried because of how inspirational it is. And I like that majority of the podcast, he talked about leadership and being a great leader. And I feel like a lot of stuff that he said, you know, it's like very touching. It wasn't like, oh, I cried because it was sad. I cried because I was inspired.
So
did
anybody watch it besides me and you?
I was going to show him one of my favorite clips.
You can do that. I will tell you this. I have respect for Tomlin. You know I do. Obviously he's your head coach, so it's going to be a lot more sentimental, but I would tell you what, I have more respect for him now than I did before, and I already respected him. One thing Tomlin never did, and me and Bree spoke about this, I've never seen him blame the player. I've never seen him blame the coaching. He always takes in the chin. He is a person that knows how to lead. When he was talking about his leadership style and how he lead these men, it reminds me of good leaders that I've met in the Navy, you know what I'm saying? Or I've met in my time in my career. And it's no wonder why these people respect him. You know what I'm saying? And he kept saying he doesn't get comfortable. He said,
why get comfortable? Like, I'm never comfortable. And they were
exactly.
Like, you made a name for yourself. You proven yourself. He goes, no, I haven't.
And I didn't know he had 2 Super Bowls. I knew he had one as a head coach, but I didn't know he had one as an assistant with Tampa Bay. And yes, I had to go look it up. But again, the interview was dope. If you haven't had a chance, it was the first time the Pivot went over an hour. And you can just tell that all 3 of those players, besides they take Ryan Clark out the picture because
Ryan Clark played for him. So,
but even Fred Taylor, you know what I'm saying, had respect for him. Channing just looked like he was out of it the whole time. I don't know what's wrong with him.
Channing the entire time was just like, you could tell he was upset because all he wanted Mike Tomlin to be like, yeah, I'm cocky. Yeah, I've never had a losing season. Yeah, I proved myself. Yeah, I made it. Yada, yada, yada. And that's why he kept saying like, no, coach, you can say that. Just say it. He was like, no, like he wanted him to be like, like I'm that bitch, basically. One thing I did like that Fred Taylor called him, and it was funny when he said it, he was like, not only are you a head coach, but you're a mom. And they were all looking like, wait, what? And he said, no, when I say mom, I mean, you are a motivation of men.
Yeah.
And that right there touched my heart. But I'm going to share my screen to show one clip that he talked about, and it came to coaching. And I thought that I feel like a lot of head coaches should listen to this part, but not even head coaches. Even though he's saying the word coaching, leaders, whether you're in the Navy, you're in the civilian world, you're in the sports industry, they should all abide by this part, in my opinion. Start my broadcasting. Can you see my screen?
Not yet. All I see is your
Sorry, let me
turn your camera off the screen, your picture.
Oh, technical difficulties.
Again, we don't have a production team here, so everything we do is please bear with us. Like I said, when we blow up and we get a production team, then we can.
Can you see my screen?
No, we can see your face though.
Yes.
Can you see my screen now?
Nope.
Oh my God, technical difficulties again. Hold on.
Bree, I don't get it. You were just sharing your screen before we started recording.
I know.
Yeah, Bree's she needs to go back to sleep.
I
But
don't know
while she figures it out, again, if you guys haven't had a chance to watch it, go watch it. It's a good interview, a good podcast. And what I like, his recliner looked like his recliner didn't look like it was a brand new recliner. It looked like the one that he sits in all the time. And he was just chill, like the dude was down to earth, man. And it was like a genuine interview, honest answers. You know how you get some people on podcasts and they don't give you the truth, or they don't give you themselves. He gave you who he was, especially when he talks about Brian Flores and hiring him. He said that initially he didn't. He said, I don't know Flo. I just have respect for him. We spoke here and there, and then he was just reaching out to him in solidarity. And when it turned into the conversation where he was like, I just want to coach, he was like, hold on, man, I wasn't calling you for this, but if that's the case, this is another conversation we need to have. And give me a day or something like that, and I'll call you back. So he walked down to Rooney's office and he said, listen, I got a chance of getting Brian Flores as a coach. He said it didn't matter about head coach night, it's as a coach. And he was like, I'm getting a dope mind to be a coach. He said, and Rooney was like, yeah, sure, like no problem. And then he walked back and he said, I think I called him in less than an hour and told him, yo, let's go. He said, well, am I going to miss out on the opportunity? And when they asked him about hiring him, he's like, you telling me I'm going to get a great mind, a great coach to be on my team and help me out? What we talking about? Like, of course I'm going to take it. And that's one of the reasons I'm very excited to see this defense this year. They talked about the Steelers defense when they won the Super Bowl against Arizona.
Yep.
And I would love to see that defense get back to what it used to be.
The Steel Curtain.
Yeah, the Steel Curtain. It was one of the, top. It was always one of the top 5 defenses. And, there was a time where people feared going to Pittsburgh, you know what I'm saying? And playing these guys. So we'd love to see it. What's up, Nikki? You want to say something?
I was going to say, you remember when, I don't remember how it came out. And we was like, who we like to sit down and talk to? And I said, Mike Tomlin.
Yeah.
That's why.
No, I would love to talk to him. There's a lot of people I wish we can get on here and interview and just converse with. And I know it's a football podcast, but the gems he was dropping is gems you can use in life. And that's one thing that I took away from it as a leader and a person that's been leading sailors for a long time. You often try to find ways to reach people. And I feel like Tomlin was giving you the blueprint of what he does to reach grown men. And it was
just hard.
Do you see Twitter
reaching
now?
Somebody grown? No. Reaching somebody that is grown is hard. Yeah, I'm scared.
I think I'm excited to watch it. I'm excited to watch it. I know I was talking to some of you guys about it, even somebody at work earlier today, which he brought it up because he watched it, and he was just talking, like you said, he's leading a whole different herd of humans, right? And then we got into the conversation today, which we'll talk off topic, because I wish I could take some of that knowledge and apply it to us here, but it's a whole different beast in the job that we do. But like you guys said, don't ever get too comfortable, man. I knew a CR. I hate to bring this up. He never kept anything on his desk, and I always asked him. I said, "Man, why is your desk always empty?" And you always talk to us about. He goes, "Don't ever get comfortable." And that's facts.
He left his desk empty because he didn't want to get comfortable.
And he never got comfortable.
I'm gonna have to do with the getaway because my screen I'm having technical difficulties. So tell me if y'all can hear this.
What you just said, Coach? I love coaches that resist the responsibility of coaches that talk negatively about a dude they can't learn and blah blah. Man, if everybody can learn, we need less coaches. Yeah, that's right. If we wouldn't make as much.
What's wrong, Nikki? You can't hear?
Who's barking?
Oh, that's Brooklyn.
All right, sorry, Frank, mute yourself real fast. Oh no, we good. Okay, let me start over for Nikki.
What'd you just say, Coach? I love coaches that resist the responsibility of coaches that talk negatively about a dude that can't learn. And if everybody can learn, we need less coaches. Yeah, that's right. If the group didn't need management, then we wouldn't make as much. I love reading draft evals and somebody's talking about anything other than pedigree, talking about how poor somebody's hand usage is. Well, that's coaching. I don't run away from coaching. I run to coaching. It all is in line with that not seeking comfort. Because when you're a coach that's talking about somebody can't learn, you're seeking comfort because your team is struggling. Yep. To that point where you see talent and then you can develop talent. But then there's guys that's not gonna make it.
Sorry.
Like, how long does it take you to watch a player and be like, he needs this, or he is not NFL material, coach? Like, we know it's 1% of 1%. Like, we luckily made us, I don't luckily, because everybody work hard, you know what I'm saying? But so you look at a guy and say, I can make him, or he can't play in this league. I think that there is no cookie cutter for that timeline. But when you're out of time, we all know. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I just go hard all day until we at that point where we know it. And when we're there, we all know it. You just never know what it is. And sometimes the reality is it's got nothing to do with the person we're talking about. Sometimes it's what's going on around you. Sometimes what's going on around you buys you time. Sometimes what's going on around you chews up your time. I just think that that's why we all better come with an edge every day, because that's a component of it that we don't know. I think that's what allows me to stay knuckled up, man, and going to work every day with the resume that you speak of. The resume.
And I like that. If you are so quick to like not, help somebody or judge somebody or tell somebody that they're failing, you're seeking comfort and your teaching abilities are failing.
I mean, he's right. There's another thing that he said, and that he talks about AB, and you could tell that AB changed from the time that he got there to the time that he left. And I think fame got to AB. I think AB's talent and his fame got to him. He stopped being humble and became something that
Celebrity.
Yeah, and he talks about how his wife used to watch AB's son or kid.
He was a single dad.
He was a single dad, so when they would go away games, he would watch his wife would watch his son for him. You know what I'm saying, or his kid, and it just shows again a leader willing to do whatever it takes to help someone and make sure that his player is okay to go forward. And he talks about them coming over on the weekend. Going to get ice cream, stuff like that. He wasn't just being the coach, man. He was also teaching this young man how to be a man and how to be a father, and going the extra mile, which I think is missing from some of these coaches out there. You know what I'm saying? One of the critiques that Belichick gets is that he doesn't get personal with them because he treats it as a business. He treats it as, yo, I don't want to get too close because when you hit a certain age, I got to let you go. And if I get too close, then that's gonna make it hard for me to groom you the way I need to groom you. You know what I'm saying? Or to hold you where I need to hold you. And with him, it's a little different. He doesn't mind getting close because that's how he's gonna reach you. So again, great interview. Didn't disappoint. More respect for the man, and I wish him well. He also said that he's looking forward to the challenge of not having been under center. They asked him about him not having a quarterback, or not, for the first time since he's been there, he's not going to have his main quarterback. And he said, look, I'm looking forward to the challenge. I'm not comfortable. This is going to make me have to dig deeper. You know what I'm saying? It's again, great interview. I think that they're doing a great job over there at the Pivot, and they're getting quality interviews from these celebrities and these coaches and these sports players.
So you know what that you said there? I just realized Ben ain't gonna be under center.
Where you been?
Well, I mean, I knew. Listen, Ben said Ben should leave, but this will be a new challenge. But for somebody that don't stay comfortable,
And yeah, he said he's up for the challenge. They asked him with Ben gone, who are the leader, like who's going to be the new leader. Yeah. And he brought up, Cam Hayward, like he's stepping up as a leader, but we're also allowing Najee to be the leader as well because he has leader capabilities and stuff. And then he brought up that, had to teach Najee, like it's not always about football. He said, it was middle of December and I went over to Najee's and he had no Christmas decorations, no ornaments, no tree, no nothing. And he was like, man, he's like, you could even tell what time of year it was when you walked up in there. And he asked Najee, he said, where's your tree? And he was like, no, coach, I'm focused on the playoffs. We got to make the playoffs and stuff. And then once he left, he called Cam Hayward and Cam had a Christmas tree delivered over to Najee's house.
That's what he said. That's who he's grooming. That's who he's looking for to be the next leaders of the team is Cam Hayward and Najee. Again, a man that's smart. He's looking at talent. He's looking at what he has, and he's building, he's grooming, he's growing, he's leading, he's mentoring, he's coaching, he's being the example, the role model that he wants to see in people. And a good man. Again, a great interview.
You can't do ordinary stuff and expect unique results.
Correct. That's one thing he did say. So
I stood up at attention with that, but came.
Bree said to say his creed afterwards. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Hey,
Bree is extra when it comes to them.
Yeah, they're my entire life.
But you know what? He made a huge point there. Like, don't run away from your challenges. That's gonna really show who you are and where you need to improve. And that goes in anything we do, whether it's personal, professional, educational, whatever. But that's real stuff right there. Don't run away from your challenges.
And now it's game time. So the game we have today is Choose for You. I made up the name. Okay.
I did have a question though before the game, unless you want to do the game. Then the question.
Okay, no, you can ask your question.
Hey, so I was looking at the Bleacher Report, right, and they had like one player from each team that scheduled to disappoint, right? Well, not scheduled to disappoint, but more than likely could disappoint, right? So instead of getting all 32 teams, that just took us 4. So it was just random order. So you had the Patriots, wide receiver, Tyquan Thornton, right? So they have him there as a possible, all these 4 possible to disappoint. Do you agree with that, Frank?
I can't because I don't know who the hell that is, so I can't even agree or not.
Okay, I don't either. That's what I'm asking. To be honest.
Y'all drafted him this year.
So I'm not going to expect much out of rookie to get in there, especially in the Belichick system. So to me, that I won't.
They went fishing.
Yeah, I'm not. That to me, it's Belichick system is hard. Ocho Cinco said it. Randy Moss said it. A lot of these wide receivers say if you don't have a strong football IQ and no football, you're not going to survive in the Belichick system. It's just not going to happen. So,
yeah. The next person was Jalen Hurts. He's scheduled to disappoint per their. I don't know where they're getting this info from, but
do you agree, Jim?
No, I don't agree. I think he's doing nothing but progress. And they got the weapons around him. So I mean, at the end of the day, it's a 50-50 shot, with everything that they put around him. Pittsburgh Steelers, Deontay Johnson. Do you agree?
Excuse me. You think they saying that he's scheduled to disappoint as if, based off of what they see right now, he might be the weakest link? And not saying that he is a weak link, but I'm just saying based off of like you just said, they put weapons, around him, blah blah blah. Like, okay, if it's a buzz, and not saying that he is the buzz, they just think he might be the weak point. Do you understand my question?
Yeah, 100%. And yes, I think because of everything that they've done so far, they're making him the one that's scheduled to disappoint. If that was the case,
You guys are more focused on your defense this offseason.
Go ahead, Bree. I'm sorry.
I said, you are more focused on your defense this offseason and building, especially in a draft, building a super strong defense that you're not really trying. Besides, y'all got AJ Brown or Hollywood Brown. I forgot which one y'all got.
AJ Brown, top 5 receiver per NFL stats.
Well, I know, y'all got him and stuff, but you guys didn't really do too much with like your line, any of that. Also, I feel like you guys should also go scout and look for a running back as well, in my opinion. But I think they're saying that because more focus is on the defense than the offense.
I think that we lost the way that we lost last year. The way we ended the season. It came down to coaching and the quarterback. In my opinion, it wasn't the line. It wasn't the receivers. We added more weapons. So now we got a healthy O-line. So our focus was definitely the defense, because that's what we were lacking. We got rid of the cornerback. I think he went to the Patriots. I think he did. I'm not sure. But anyway, he went to New York. My bad. So Maddox went to New York, and now we got the help back there in the back.
Hey, mute your shit.
But no, I think we're straight. The progression is there. The games were lost based on inaccuracy from Jalen Hurts and poor coaching by the rookie coach. But he's still impressed. I'm not disappointed. But I think those two things right there, the inaccuracy from the quarterback and the rookie head coach poor decisions, led to that. And AJ Brown, a healthy Sanders, a healthy Goddard.
That's why
we're good.
Start utilizing more running backs or trying to get another, because Sanders doesn't play a full season. He hasn't in like the last 2 seasons.
I think it's make or break for him. I think it's make or break for him, but when he does play, he does make that impact. The only thing that he lacks is that damn touchdown. That's it, but it is what it is. I honestly think we're good there. If we had a quarterback, we wouldn't have this discussion. If we would have said, hey, look, Tom Brady's playing for the Eagles with the team that they have, it would have been a whole different story. It would have been like, well, damn.
Right. And that's why I pose it as not going to disappoint, because we don't know, but probably he is the weak link, But anyway, I like your answer. Frank couldn't give an answer because I honestly don't even know who the dude is. And a rookie, come on now, whatever.
I wasn't talking about that. I was going to go with Jalen. I think that at the end of the day, it's going to be on him. I hate to say it. We've argued plenty of times. Was he good? Was he not? Is he the answer? Is he not? I think this season, like Bree said, they're giving him weapons. Y'all building your defense. Y'all getting all this other stuff. If he doesn't perform, what's going to be the answer? It'd be the second new head coach. I don't know, man. I think for him, I think he is on the hot seat for me. You know what I'm saying?
No, I agree. The next one was the Steelers, Deontay Johnson. Do you agree?
Yeah, I do. He hesitates and he's scared. When he realized that the pressure's on him is when he's scared. When he realizes that there's other when he has to rely, or when he doesn't have to worry about Juju or Chase Claypool or anything, like he'll perform. But when they're not there and it's like, oh my gosh, like I have to do the thing, is when
when he is it.
Yeah, when he's under pressure, like he cracks under pressure, basically, is what I'm saying. So hopefully he gets out of that momentum and that mind state, especially because we have rookie wide receivers now to fill in the slots of Juju and James and Ray being gone. Mainly, maybe he can, come out that comfort zone to show them how it is in the NFL.
If you had to pick so you do agree with it, and you'll stick with that? Okay,
yeah, and cool. Hopefully he proves people wrong.
He impressed because he had a lot of drops the year before, and then he did hell of a job this year. So I thought he was all right.
Juju and Chase were getting double teamed, so it was like they left him wide open. So it was like, okay, like no one's worried about me. But then when they got injured and all eyes are on Deontay Johnson, it's like I cracked under pressure.
So my question
think-
to you, I'm sorry, go ahead, John.
No, go ahead.
My question to you is this, right? Because your initial answer is you agree. I agree with you there. You was like, you know, when he is he cracked under pressure. But then you was like, you know, well, we hope because he got other receivers, you know, rookie receivers that, you know, he performed, but that would still be him being under pressure
No, I
because
said it's out of that mind state because now that we have rookie wide receivers, you have receivers that are going to look up to you. So it's just getting out of that mind state. I hope he performs and does well, and I want him to get out of that mind state of, you know, choking or feeling like everything is on him because we now have new wide receivers that are going to come up to him and Chase Claypool for questions and ask them like yada, yada, yada. So I hope he gets out of that to be like a mentor to the younger ones.
okay, I get it. Because I'm about to say, yeah, I got it. Because I'm about to say, if people coming up to you, you still getting looked at. But I get it. You're trying to say that you hope he starts feeling the shoes of,
yeah, he
I'm
gets out of that.
someone
Yeah,
else. Right.
he gets out of that crack.
I got it.
Do you? So I was just gonna say something really quick about the Steelers. Do you think that? I don't think that that he's scheduled to disappoint, and the reason I say that is based on his progression. So I would have to put that statement on your quarterback, right? And the reason I will have to do that is because Trubisky is now he's trying to revive himself in a situation that he's trying to get out from. He was in the dark, you know, coming from where he's coming from, backing up who he was backing up, and now he's starting. So, the pressure is 100% of Trubisky, right? And definitely not on Johnson. My dude showed progression. He showed he got hands, and that's why I chose the quarterback over the receiver.
See, but the thing with that comment, June, is that you have to
You see my hand?
I didn't see it. I was actually waiting for it to pause. But you can go.
Okay, go ahead.
I got you. I'll be quiet.
No,
about
go ahead.
3 minutes. No, so here's the deal with that. Now, fans or even people could say, well, he has a new quarterback under center.
Mm-hmm.
And he has to get used to that. You know, everybody's different.
That's true too. That's true too.
Breaking patterns, knowing the receivers, timing is a lot of things, you know, and when we talk about quarterbacks, Brady and Edelman and Gronk, timing, even Amendola, Tyreek Hill and Patrick Mahomes, timing. You know, anybody else you want to throw out there that had a good, hell, Big Ben and AB at one point, timing. Everything, when you know the person and you know the tendencies, is a lot easier to play. And now you're throwing a new quarterback in a new system, in a new area, you know, to go out there and play. I just want to see the kid be successful. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, he showed potential. He showed growth. There was games where he was the main guy. You know, a lot of these players are psychological. They get in their minds and they don't play the same way, you know, but that's what I had, Nikki. Go ahead.
So and I'm happy you said that, Frank, because I really didn't think about it that way. I just thought about it more where, how about if they already wrote off Trubisky? Like, you get what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Like I'll give this example, right? Big Ben is better than Trubisky, right? And it's like when you were playing with somebody that I feel like, and I'm not talking about me as a Nikki, but I'm just saying that people can feel like, oh, you had a better quarterback and you struggled here and there. Like this one, I don't think he's better, so I'm not gonna put it on him. Like he ain't gonna be the hit or miss for me because I don't think, you know, I think he's already a hit and miss. Like you now have, because you don't have the people that you were leaning on, or you know, whatever the case might be. Like you need to step up. This is why we think you might be not the bust, but the weaker link, because Trubisky, we never felt like he was a I don't want to say like Trubisky's trash, but you know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't think he's trash. I don't think he's trash. I think he did good.
I'm not saying
played.
that. I'm just trying to make the point that I'm making that maybe Trubisky wasn't the one being thought of because, you know, he's Trubisky kind of ordeal. I don't know. Like if you,
we also can't say that either because we never seen how Trubisky would play under the Steelers organization. Then we can make that determination because organizations are different.
And that's the only reason I went with Trubisky. I'm glad you said that. Johnson been playing for the Steelers, not Trubisky.
That's why you can focus. Or okay, even if you want to spin it that way, maybe he can be the thing because he hasn't played under that thing. How about if he comes and he does ball out?
I mean, I wish the best for him,
But the person I've seen has been under the same kind of system. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
If you want to go that route, I don't know.
To me, there was something they saw in Mitch to bring him in.
I mean, it's the same reason why Frank can't give you input about his person is because I don't know shit.
Well, Frank also don't watch college football, nor did he ever played a snap in the NFL. Just like with your person. Go ahead, Drew.
Okay. No, you're good. Moving on to the last but not least, capital least, is the Jags, right? So they got an edge, Trayvon Walker. As the
that was our number one pick.
Mm-hmm.
They got him about to disappoint.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those are the four right there.
Question. Well, I can't give you yay or nay. Y'all definitely know I don't watch college. I'll let you know.
So that's if you can't give a yay or nay either because that's a rookie wide receiver who don't watch college either.
So I agree with Frank. The point I was trying to make by saying Frank was that that's why he probably wouldn't say yay or nay with Trubisky because it's his first time playing under that system. It's the same reason why he couldn't get input about his dude because it's the first time he's playing on that. I was co-signing what Frank was saying. I wasn't going against it.
I mean, again, this is a college athlete that's coming out. Obviously, he was good to be drafted in the first round, and I think to put anything on a rookie, the first season in the NFL, I haven't heard a rookie interview yet where rookie said, "Hey, coming out of college, I was ready to be in the NFL." And when it started, the game was slow. Every last rookie I've seen, or any interviews they've done, hey, my first year, everything was moving so fast. The players are faster. They hit harder. The schemes are different.
Most definitely. Mm-hmm.
A lot of college teams don't have complex schemes. You know what I'm saying? It's rare that it's kind of a basic thing, and then they come into the NFL and they think that, they coming in, I'm a first round pick, blase blah, I'm gonna come in here and I'm gonna line up and I'm gonna hit this offensive lineman. And when they get laid down, it's like, oh, I wasn't ready for that one, or I wasn't ready for this veteran player who knows how to hit my arm down or who knows how to grab me within the pads so he doesn't get the holding. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of technique that comes with experience. So I don't think it's fair for them to put rookies into this article. I think it's better to put veteran players who have had success on other teams and are coming to a new system, i.e. Trubisky, and saying, hey, do you think he's going to be, is he going to be a smoke dud or is he going to be good?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to look at it this way, right? This might be just me being me. If you feel like the person, I think it says a lot to, if you think this person is going to disappoint and it's his first year, do you think that the other people that's been playing has improved? You know what I'm saying? Like, if that's who, because I never say disappoint. You know what I mean? I always say weakest link, right? because like y'all know, I honestly feel that it's fair for people to have bad games, right? And sometimes because we're human, and this is what we just why y'all ain't tell me my camera was off? I just noticed. But
What's
anyway,
going on now?
because because we're human, we magnify negative. We might praise positive, but we skim through positive and we magnify negativity. So and that's why I said, well, Jalen Hurts, like, do you think that he just think he's the weakest link? Not that he's going to be a bust, but just maybe everywhere where you might have thought that needed improvement got improved. So hey, he, if anything, will be the weakest link. But if you think rookies are going to be weakest link, I think kudos to the team there, because you've made strides with people that are tenured, and you couldn't find tenured people as a weak link. I don't know. Then again, we all know that when you're drafted the first pick, a magnifying glass on you times 18 million, right? And it just happens to be him, and he happened to come to the team that has struggled in the last few years. And it was controversy where should he have been picked the number one. What's the other dude name? The one that went number 2.
I
I
know
hate
who
to say the white boy.
I know who you're
Hutchinson.
Yeah.
Right. So it was always Hutchinson's gonna go first. Oh no, what's his name? Gonna go first. Oh no, this person's gonna go first. So now like, okay, you went first. So a team that's struggling, will you put the team on your back low key and make them look better? I don't know. I can't give you that answer. And I definitely can't give you, because I don't watch college. So I don't even know how he's played, so.
I agree with you, Frank. I agree with they should put veteran or second year players in that list instead of rookies.
Frank, I made you the host, so if you can make me the host again, maybe if I, unhosted myself, rehosted myself, my stuff work again.
Oh, and FYI, they had Josh Allen in there for the Bills. Just saying.
No, that's false.
Nah, Josh, I don't know.
Now, see, this is what frustrates, right? And not to pick on you, June.
No, Bree.
No, ma'am. But not to pick on you, June, but if you want to say, and just for comparison, Josh Allen has made tremendous, very evident stride in progress. You get what I'm saying? So to have, and this is nothing against Jalen Hurts, but to have both of them as the going to disappoint, to me, is a slap in Josh Allen's face. That's just me.
Do you think I agree with what you're saying. I'm just trying to figure out why they would put him there, and the only thing I could think of is based on pressure of winning, given everything that team has and how close they've gotten in the last couple of years. So that would be the only reason I think they would put him there. So it's either make or break for him. I mean, I think he's a beast. I already, know how we feel. We talked about him all last season. We all think he's a beast. We all think we know what he could do. But this year, will that pressure force him to make more mistakes than he has in the last 2 to 3?
Yeah, but my question is this to you, based off of what you said, do you, and you might have to bring it to my attention, I don't feel like he cracks under pressure.
No, I don't think so either. No, I'm not saying that. I can only imagine, and I'm just talking about based on the successes that he's had, that he has had, and how close the team has gotten to be there. And I don't know if that's why they put him there. I can't say Bree, what's your dude's name? The receiver?
Diggs.
I can't say Diggs. I would have said Beasley, but he ain't there no more.
ex. You know we broke up. That's not my dude no more.
I mean, I could say the other ones, but maybe that's it. Maybe because he's just the star of that team, and how close he's gotten that maybe they're thinking he's gonna make more mistakes trying to make himself, get that ring.
I also feel they're making, out of all the people they named, to put him in that category, I agree, Nick. It's like a slap in the face.
Yeah, most definitely.
Right. This dude went toe to toe with Patrick Mahomes.
And it was a toss, a coin toss.
It came down to essentially a rule that's changed since because of that game.
Right.
The dude, if we want to blame anybody, we could blame his defense for giving up 13 seconds worth of game to make it come back. But he answered the call. To me, I don't think that he's gonna disappoint, only because, and this is just me, he's weathered the storm. He was with Buffalo when Buffalo didn't have what they have. And he had the losing season. He came up and he went toe-to-toe with Patrick. We discussed this. We said, who would you rather have, Josh Allen or Patrick Mahomes? And I said I would go with Josh because he built that team. No, I think I went Patrick. But the argument was...
Okay, because I was like... Because I know I definitely went Josh Allen.
Yeah, the argument could be made. You can go with Josh because he built that. That's him. Patrick walked into a good system.
Right.
To arguably a Hall of Fame head coach.
Already.
He inherited a team that Alex Smith had. Remember, the issue with Alex Smith was he couldn't get the ball downfield. He couldn't throw the deep ball. That was his problem. It was his problem in San Francisco. It was his problem in Kansas City. And here comes Patrick Mahomes, and he can throw the ball. I mean, I don't think he would disappoint. But
no, yeah. I mean, and I go back to what I said about being the weakest link. And I'm saying here, like, whoever the weakest link in the Bills, I'm like, shit, I don't know this person's name. Because the names I do know, I don't consider them weak links. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I think that one was just a real stretch. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that Jalen is in the stretch, but I can understand. I cannot understand why Josh Allen is on this list. And then, like Frank just said, compared to all the other names that you said, like out of all four people, which two don't have no type of success because the success they had was in college, right? So let's knock out those rookies and just have the other two. Josh Allen has more success than the other two. Like, I'm just...
I'm with you. I agree. I'm not. You yelling at me like I made this list. I'm
not yelling at you. I'm just a little. I'm kind of like, bro, really? For shits and giggles, who they say was the weakest link on the Dolphins? Oh, you didn't write the whole list. You don't got the whole list out. Okay, don't worry about it.
No, I don't.
Yeah, I ain't gonna put you on the spot. I just did, but my bad.
I mean, I would go with Tua.
I mean, I
knew you were gonna do it. I knew you were gonna do it.
I just wanted to know.
Let's just be honest. But did we ever discuss? Bree, did you get the technical difficulties worked out or no?
Yeah, for my photos, yeah. But I was just gonna screen record one last thing to show on Twitter.
Oh, okay. Because I was going to say, did we ever discuss what Tyreek Hill said about Patrick Mahomes?
No, we never did. That was never a topic, and it needs to be.
Yeah,
because I think it happened on the weekend, and then it just
went away. Yeah,
the Deshaun Watson stuff took over.
Yeah, well, listen, if we gave Deshaun Watson 10 minutes, we can get this guy 5.
I can find it really fast.
Yeah, find it real fast because I found it very interesting. That
I have a bookmark on Twitter.
And I know I've said it plenty of times. So just happy that he confirmed what I said. The actual player himself confirmed what I was saying.
So I don't agree with the statement.
What?
I didn't.
I'm almost there.
Be fair, Frank. Hear me out. Hold on. I gotta find it.
Hey, June, she said, hear me out.
No.
All right. So he said Tyreek Hill said that he knows that without Cheetah on the field in quotes about Patrick Mahomes, and this is Tyreek Hill speaking. He knows that without the cheetah on the field, he know that, hey, Pat, you're going to have a long day today. He also says that Tua is more accurate than quarterback Patrick Mahomes.
So this is how I feel, right? Oh damn! Look, I find it as soon as after she reads it, right? This is how I feel. First of all, yeah, Tyree says that Tua is a more accurate quarterback than you know who. First of all, don't be like that. I hate. It bothers me when you're no longer in something, then now you want to talk so much shit, because he could have always said when he was part of the team that, we're trying to improve here or whatever the case might be. Number one, I feel like he tooted his own horn, be a little bit humble, and Tua has an issue. You get what I'm saying? Tua ain't that, to me, at least. Now, again, we can say, oh, he's more accurate. And Tua don't have the success, granted. Yes, you're going to say, oh, Patrick was put into it. I think we need to wait to see what Tua is going to do. With
Tyreek before you can make that.
Right. Because our biggest thing was, will Tua be able to throw far enough to connect with the cheetah?
I always thought he had an arm though. Like, I don't understand like where that talk is.
Would he be a burl?
He has an arm, right? But majority of the time when he's not making those long throws, he can't throw past the line of scrimmage. And that's what his big downfall is. And I think that when he was playing in Alabama, we seen that arm. We seen that arm in a natty in 2018, 17, 18, whatever, which one that was. We seen that arm, right? He was, phenomenal. And he's had good games where he's thrown. But a lot of times he can't get past the line of scrimmage. But that also goes with the lineman not blocking long enough for him to get the ball past the line of scrimmage.
And again, it might not be his fault, but I think you need to wait before you, and I'm saying wait to, just to comment, because I don't know. I don't have the faith in Tua that I have in Patrick. And that's just it for me. And then I like I said, I don't like when you out of something, then you want to bash. Don't do that. I don't like that at all.
I can somewhat agree with his, with the cheetah not there, Patrick, you're gonna have a long day. I somewhat agree with that because you're otherwise, this is my child. I birthed him. I know everything about him. But Juju's not cheetah, Juju's not cheetah. You can't always, you had Kelsey and you had Cheetah to rely on, right? You don't have Cheetah there no more. You can't fully rely on Kelsey because now they know that Cheetah's gone. That majority of the balls are going to go to Kelsey. Like, people are smart, right? The defense is smart. So I do agree with that. He's going to have a long day because that one person you relied on is no longer there. And we're going to see what's going to happen with your other wide receivers that you now have to see if they can live up to expectations that Kansas City was the last 4 years.
Yeah, I'll go. Because last year they struggled and Cheetah was there.
So for me, we don't know what he's going to do in the game. It's a lot different when you have a real defense that can actually hit you. We all know starting quarterbacks don't get hit during practice. They're not supposed to. The point is to get close, fear them, tap them, but the defense is not really supposed to hit the quarterback because they don't want to injure them. To me, it's his opinion. I agree with Nikki. I don't like when people bash other teams because you're no longer on a team no more. However, if he's speaking his truth, right, is it bashing? If he's
No, but I think his truth patted himself in the back.
Well, I mean, wouldn't you?
Hey, listen, a king don't have to keep hollering here, king. It's already understood.
True, but he also feels disrespected because he feels that the team didn't give him the money that he thought he deserved for what he.
So I agree with that. And that's why it bothers me, because now you're no longer in that system. Like, I feel like the comment was to toot himself and bash them. It wasn't even, and I know Tua's name got thrown in there, but I really don't think it was more. I mean, between Tua and Patrick, this is a no-brainer. Like, regardless of how much people might feel like Patrick was placed in the thing, Tua ain't it. I mean, I shouldn't say Tua ain't it.
Listen, Patrick is not Matt Castle, okay? That happened to have great wide receivers and had a winning record, but just didn't make the playoffs. Patrick is Patrick. Let's not take away from his talent and what he can do. But I've said it here plenty of times. I've had multiple arguments with people. Tyreek Hill was a definite X factor for him. Tyreek Hill saved this man numerous of times. It's the same way he got criticized for not catching a ball that hit him in the helmet that Patrick threw him again in the Super Bowl against the Bucs. That people felt that if he would have caught that touchdown, could have altered the game completely. But at the same time, people failed that when it was 3rd and 18 against San Francisco in the Super Bowl, who caught that pass that he just threw up, that Mahomes threw up on being desperate, threw it up. Who ran his route and came back and caught the ball? Tyreek. Who did it against the Patriots? Tyreek. That people and Bree said it best. When Tyreek was on the field, you had to provide top coverage. You had to go too high.
Right.
And he doesn't get behind you. What helps Kelsey? When I go too high and I'm worried about the little short dude that can run real fast, I'm leaving the cultural appropriator open to catch the ball. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I'm curious to see how this offense is gonna play out. You know, and Bree, point. What's my man TikTok man, the wide receiver?
My son.
Yeah. What's his name? Juju. I think Juju be okay because he's not the number one guy yet.
Yeah.
But teams ain't scared of Juju. That's the difference.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, teams ain't scared of Juju.
They're not scared of him. So guess what?
They've already figured that, he ain't a real one. You know what I'm saying?
I want to. Mahomes going to get his numbers. Let's be clear. Mahomes is going to get his numbers. I want to see what Travis Kelce does without the cheetah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the real thing.
Yeah, I want us to have this conversation, let's say week 8, and say what his numbers are looking like. Is he going to
let's do week 7.
Okay, week 7.
Yeah, but the problem is not Kelsey. What's his name? Tyreek didn't he didn't come for Kelsey. He came for Patrick.
Yeah, but I'm saying what I want to see.
Right.
You know, what I want to see. I think he spoke his truth, and I think there's some, even in every lie, there's some truth.
Right.
You know, whether he pat himself in the back or whatever. But listen, people been saying that the cheetah is the reason why that team was what it was at one point. You know.
Yeah, I don't disagree. So listen, I'm not trying to take away from Tyreek Hill. I'm not trying to take away. I just don't like the fact that your relationship with the team went sour. For whatever reason, which is your right. You know what I'm saying? And then now. I don't want to say you want to attack the team, but now, you know what I mean? Like,
no, I know what you're trying to say. I'm not disagreeing with you at all. I just, I find that it's interesting that he said that and there's no rebuttal on the other side.
Oh, yeah. I mean, what's the rebuttal?
Shit, if it was me.
No, so my rebuttal could be wait till the game starts. Let's see what Tua does.
And the truth is, I don't expect Patrick to rebuttal, because to rebuttal would be to shit on Tua. And he doesn't.
Yeah. And too much class.
At the end of the day, I got a Super Bowl ring.
He's not his brother.
MVP, and I've been to 2 Super Bowls. And you know what? I've been head toe to toe with the best quarterbacks. So you can say what you want.
Right.
But the slums,
like,
I'm still gonna be over here.
Resume and my resume don't sit on the same table. Factual. You know what I mean?
Correct. So, and that's why I wouldn't answer if I was Patrick.
No, and you know why? He don't got his wife pregnant again. You just said it for him. We all know it. We don't need to come out here and say that shit.
All right, Bree, go ahead. I'm sorry. This was a topic that we didn't have in it, but I knew I wanted to discuss it.
I forgot all about it. Okay, so one last thing, I just informational, I thought it was funny. Okay, so they had a hearing today. The House Oversight Committee released a 29-page report dealing with the Commanders owner Dan Snyder's role in
Oh,
creating
he's
a toxic
done.
workplace, sexual harassment, and among other things, right? So Roger Goodell took this stand and testified yesterday.
Yesterday, yeah.
Because I can't share my screen, but I have a video on the question that they asked him while he was on the stand under oath. And tell me if you guys can hear this. Hold on.
You believe in the First Amendment, don't you?
Yes, Congressman.
Why do you ban Dave Portnoy from NFL games?
Pardon me, I couldn't hear your question.
Why do you ban Dave Portnoy from NFL games? He's a journalist. In fact, he's a sports journalist. Why is he banned?
Congressman,
So they asked, they're not even worried about the Washington Commanders. They asked him, why is Dave Portnoy banned from NFL games? So, of course, Dave is like, he lied under oath. Arrest him now. Arrest him pre-jury.
Perjury. He purged
Yeah,
himself.
and then there's a video of that resurfaced all over Twitter. So do y'all know why Dave Portnoy got banned from NFL games? Because of Roger Goodell. I don't know if you remember, Frank, but it was the Patriots and Chiefs game, and Dave Portnoy had 70,000 people at the Gillette Stadium hold up the T-shirts with the Roger Goodell shirt and the clown mask.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. And then he tried to go to the Super Bowl press conference and got arrested. Well, what I didn't know and I found out yesterday is that Dave Portnoy tried to disguise himself and go to a Patriots game in the 2021 season and got escorted out by a whole bunch of security men and everything. And that video resurfaced because someone was recorded it and Dave put on a fake mustache.
But my thing is, how is a millionaire like him? I think is he a billionaire, Bree, or he's just a millionaire?
No, he's a millionaire. He's a millionaire.
Get banned from a game. This is why I think Goodell has
No. He's banned from all NFL games.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think Goodell just has too much power, bro. I'm sorry. You get booed every time you go to the draft. God.
So this is real fast. I don't know if you can see my phone because I can't share my screen.
But that's him.
Yes.
That's comical.
Wow. It's crazy, man, how these people just be knowing these celebrities right off the rip.
Bro, I think in Charlotte.
And they're booing in New England because they're look at all those people coming to escort him.
They're like, leave that man alone.
But look how they take him out.
We know what's stupid is that all they doing is improving his brand by doing that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's why I refuse to talk about AB.
Because he could have got up. You know what I'm saying? It ain't going to cost him nothing. But you know what? He does what he does because guess what? At the end of the day, 1 million views.
Like, look.
Exactly. That's what I figured he was going to do. So then he hops in a fucking Bentley. Get out of here, bro. Like,
wow.
Goodell's he's a dummy.
Dave Portnoy is a genius. But yeah, we have a game now. And before I start my game, the queen of Twitter trolling me got blocked by Devontae Smith on Friday. My resume is building. My resume is blocked.
Let me tell you something. Bree is the only person I know that does not have a blue check that gets blocked. Let me Twitter, just give it a blue check, please. Please verify her so she could at least be blocked and be famous at the same damn time. Because I just want a person to say hi. Bree gets blocked. I'll take a block over nothing any day of the week.
Okay, you guys ready? So this game is called Choose for You. So basically it's like your opinion, right? I found a whole bunch of different pictures and like you choose like what you think is the better for you, right? So the first one is choose your offense, right? Top or bottom. So in the top you have Patrick Mahomes, Derrick Henry, DeAndre Hopkins, Stephon Diggs, George Kittle, And on the bottom, you have Tom Brady, Christian McCaffrey, Devontae Adams, Tyreek Hill, and Travis Kelce. So choose your offense. So we'll start with Frank.
This is a good one. This is so good.
It's really good, but I already chose mine.
Because, man, Jesus.
Oh my God, can I just choose mine? No, mom.
Yeah, go, Nikki.
I am going top.
Okay.
I'm a touch one. Right. I choose top just because of one person on the bottom.
Kelce,
No, Brady.
Brady.
No,
Oh.
McCaffrey. He's always hurt.
You know, and that's why I didn't answer right away. Because
He's always hurt. At least I know with my top folks, they're gonna be in every game. They might not produce all the time, and they do, but
Hopkins won't be there. Just saying.
No. Okay, he got hurt this.
Okay, let's leave like suspensions and injuries. All right, just based on.
No, it's too late. I told you I picked the top one because of injury. So
all right, so for the next ones, just in their prime, no injuries or no suspensions.
I'm going. If we doing prime, I'm going bottom all day. All day, because McCaffrey. If McCaffrey would provide you catching running back, he can pass catch. And I seen what Brady does with James White. I could only imagine what he could have did with Christian McCaffrey. So yeah, I'm going that one.
June?
I'm gonna go with the top. I just think it's too much power up there.
Yeah, top has a lot of power too. Bottom has some great power as well, but top has some good power. Now, if you switch Brady and Patrick Mahomes, then the top it wouldn't be fair. But I'm going top.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Next one. Okay. Choose your offense. It's another offense, right? So team one, your quarterback is Brady. Wide receiver 1, Hill. Wide receiver 2, Deebo Samuels.
Deebo.
Running back, Jonathan Taylor. Waller is your tight end. Team 2, Allen, quarterback. Devontae Adams, wide receiver 1. Metcalf, wide receiver 2. Dalvin Cook, running back. Kittle, tight end. Team 3, you have Mahomes, Jefferson, Evans, Henry, and Andrews. And team 4, you have Rodgers, Kupp, Chase, Patterson, and Kelce.
I'm ready.
I'm gonna have to go with 4.
What?
I'm going team 2.
I'll tell you why I go with 4 when we all done, but go ahead.
Okay. Nikki?
I went with team 1.
June?
I'm going team 2.
I went team 2 too.
Yep.
All right, Frank, you want to tell your reason why for 4?
So what did it for me was Patterson at running back. I think Cordell Patterson is a better running back than he is wide receiver. He's a big body. And I think that when Atlanta started using him as a running back more, they had more success. So Aaron Rodgers have Cooper Kupp for one of safety. I mean, safety net, you know what I'm saying? Dope wide receiver, Chase out there. Kelce, we know he can get the ball. But to have Patterson, it gives you that. I know you're not going to stop him if he gets open like that. That's why I did that, you know? But that's why I went with it.
Okay. Next one. Oh, this is I thought this was funny. I just have to show you, Frank. Most receiving yards in NFL history after turning 40. Jerry Rice, 2,169. Tom Brady, 6.
Hey, put some respect on Brady's name, yo. Let's not playing my boy. He got 6. Yeah.
I just thought it was funny. I had to add it just to show you. I thought that was funny.
I think it's dope. Go ahead, Brady. At least you're number 2, bro.
Okay. All right. So this is the next one. Okay.
Wait a minute.
It's different.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Why was Frank the only person that could explain why he picked the team?
Oh, because he's the only one who said, I'm going to explain why. Sorry, do you want to explain? Go ahead, Nikki. Why you picked team 1?
I thought we all were going to explain. We all explained the first one.
Oh, I didn't want to explain. I think team 2 right there. That's a power.
June, you want to explain yours?
I could. And I'll talk for Bree and myself because we both speak for.
Oh, okay. We didn't even get the opportunity.
Well, Frank said, so I just thought, and then it was silent, so I just moved on.
Bree, don't let her do that to you, okay?
No, it wasn't silence. You went on to the next
Bree,
thing.
They didn't speak up, Bree. It's okay. June
okay.
doesn't really want to explain nothing. It's Nikki being the bully that wants June to explain.
You know what?
it.
All right,
so,
whatever.
Go ahead, Nikki. Go ahead. Explain your team one.
Go ahead, AK.
I actually picked mine because obviously I don't really care. I didn't pick mine because of Tom. If you want me to be quite honest, I picked mine because of everybody else, right? We already know about the cheetah, right? Debo he's Debo, right? Jonathan Taylor, I think he held it down for the Colts this last year. And Waller has, like, everybody else that's on my team, and fuck Tom Brady, because we already know he's the GOAT. And I don't mean F him, like, just forget him. But everybody else that's on my team they're it. Like, they carried the team here, there, whenever. So that's why I picked mine.
Okay. June?
I just think with this team around him, he won't be scheduled to disappoint.
You's an asshole. Next.
Hey, I'm just golly.
He's
Cook is a
talking.
monster.
Oh, you know.
I want Kittle. I think Kittle is 100% a monster.
Yeah.
I think he's arguably slightly better than Andrews, slightly, because I think Andrews is a little underrated compared to others.
Mm-hmm.
But then you got Adams and you got Metcalf. I mean, shoot, can't go wrong with that whole squad right there.
Yeah, actually, I think all team has their
They have
their
strength.
high strength. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Next one. Okay. Team one, Brady. Then you have Brown, Jefferson, Najee, and Andrews. Two, you have Dak, Hill, Smith, Eckler, Pitts. Sorry, my throat. Well, and then team three, you have Wilson, Chase, Diggs, Kamara, Kelsey. Team four, you have Mahomes, Kupp, Samuel, Taylor, and Waller. Okay, so Frank, who you going first?
Oh, damn.
I'm going 3, believe it or not.
That's what I'm going.
I'm going 3, and it's simple for me. You got a beast at center with Wilson. You got Kamara, another good running back and a good catching back. Then you have Chase and Diggs. You seen what he did in Seattle when he had good wide receivers that complement each other and a good tight end. Kelsey is actually just like, if I can swap Kelsey with Waller, Andrews,
Right.
I'll take Kelsey as the weakest link on that. But Wilson with 2 wide receivers and a running back like that is a dangerous to me, it's a dangerous combination. So that's why I go with that.
Okay, Nikki, who are you choosing?
Yeah, I was going 3 anyway, but I mean, I agree with Frank there. I like Waller. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, if I'm looking at the list and I'm like, damn, I would take that person instead of this person. But I think 3 for me, and it's not even that they're the biggest threat. I like number 3. Yeah,
I picked 3 as well. June?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with 1.
That's the second. That was my second, number 1.
Yeah, think about it. Look, Brady to Brown to Jefferson. I think out of all of them, and I think Harris is a beast. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to say he's not good, but out of all 4 running backs, he might be the one on the team. Yeah, but I mean, shit. Look at that squad. Prescott. I mean, the only thing that I see there is his receiver that might be killing it. Smith. That's it. But no, man. Team 1.
Okay. Next. All right. So this one, you have $10. Okay. And you have to pick your quarterback, running back, wide receiver, and flex. So you guys can take your time with it, but you have $10 to build your offense. You only have $10. So if you have to use
$10 to build the entire offense.
With 1 quarterback, 1 running back, 1 wide receiver, and 1 flex.
1, 5, 8.
So
who are these people?
I can't believe Frank said that.
Why
I heard
not?
what you said. I heard what you
Nikki
said,
said, "Who are
Frank.
these people? These are NFL players."
No, I know that. I'm broke. I,
Frank said.
I'm
Frank said Trevor ain't worth $4.
Who?
don't listen to him.
I didn't say that. I said I'm doing my math in my head. So I will go Mac, Jamal.
I'm gonna do the.
It's a
I'm gonna do
dollar.
the.
You
Yeah,
gotta go back.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. I'm
So
going
we
Mac,
get Mac, and then who else?
Jamar.
Okay,
That's
hold on.
fine.
You're going all over the place. Start. All right, quarterback and running back. Then wide receiver.
Yeah, I'm leaving the running back last because I'm going wide receiver. So I will go. So for me, my order would be
5.
Jones. So that's $1. Jamar was 4 is 5. With Jalen Waddle is 8, and then it leaves me $2 left over. So I would have to go Javonte Williams.
Okay. All right, Nikki.
Girl, I need to borrow some money.
You only got $10. Mine will be Mac Jones. That's $1. Running back Najee 4. That's $5. Then I have Jamar Chase. That's $9. And then I'm going to go with, I can't see the last person's name, Marshall.
Yeah, Terrence. That's who he is.
Terrace Marshall.
Who is that?
I don't know.
But that's my last dollar left, so I'm gonna have to go with him. But Mac, Najee, and Jamar, like, come on. I was gonna do Devontae Smith, but he blocked me, so I'm going with Jamar Chase.
Who doing?
All right.
Who doing?
June.
Hey, Justin Fields,
Okay.
Devontae Smith,
Okay. That's $5.
Gainwell, and Kyle Pitts.
Okay. Okay.
The
Nikki.
fact that even Justin feels so disrespectful, bro. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
Come on, bro. He's just a little bit more mobile than Mac Jones. That's the only, I would have went Mac Jones, but I started thinking mobility.
Tú no está bien, hermano. Mira, yo entiendo. Okay, por favor. No. Just stick to your guns, bro. Speaking of guns, while Nikki talks, there is a gun show on this weekend. I'm gonna go. I might.
Oh, no. Nikki.
Look, I'm at $12.
Out in the effing hell, girl. That means you want to cover Jamar Chase and who? Kyle Pitts or Najee?
She's going all four. She's going the first
First 3.
all $4.
No,
Yeah, I went with all $4.
But you can't. You got to go $10.
Well, girl, I just told you I needed some money, but y'all asses had to use all y'all fucking money. Because somebody could have gave me $1.
No, you gotta go $4. I mean, you gotta go $10.
We all stayed in $10, and Bree, that was a good number, girl. That was a good number. Just to give you that. $10. Nikki, what are you gonna do? Nikki, you could go on a poll like Mercedes and get the rest of it. I mean,
I got you. Who the fuck is Terrence Marshall?
You don't know who Terrence Marshall is?
But he about to just.
I don't know who he is either, but let me tell you something. This is how you know Nikki can't play no DraftKings or FanDuels. Her ass would be saying here talking about somebody spot me money.
Yeah, I already asked y'all,
but enough.
He was drafted by the Panthers in the second round of 2021 NFL draft. And he is the former, he played at LSU. He won the Natty with LSU, and now he plays for Carolina Panthers.
I can't even waste my dollar on him.
I'm mad Mac Jones is $1, though.
Yeah. Well, that's why he's a good pick. Think about it. He's $1 because he's good, and you don't have to spend that much. It's a trick.
You're right, Nikki. But I'm just saying, yo.
It's a trick.
Zach Wilson, like, come on now.
No, don't look at the value as the value of the player. You spend the least for somebody that's decent. Like, it's good.
100%.
Yeah, that's what it was. All right, so we waiting on me, right?
Yes.
So I had to go. Oh my gosh.
Come on, Nikki.
Don't rush on me. This is a hard decision.
Nikki, it's not a hard decision. It's just a game. It's like
For real. It's
this
not
is just like her
real.
when we do predictions. It's just a game. Come
Well, you
on,
should have
because
known
there's
better.
more.
You should have
There's
known better.
more.
Yeah, when we went on 2 hours and 5 minutes. Let's go.
All right. I went Trevor Lawrence,
Okay.
Javonte Williams.
Okay. That's $7 or $6.
She went with Lawrence.
June, let her make the picks, please, before you comment.
Okay, that's $6.
She's like Dory the fish. That attention span is not there.
You gotta whisper, man, so she can't hear you.
Devontae Smith.
Let's go.
Okay, that's $9.
And I had no choice. This not unknown. I don't know who the fuck he is.
And Marshall. Okay.
So you didn't hear the crickets in the background, Higgy?
All right. Your best Super Bowl catch ever. So we have Nick Foles, we have Santonio Holmes, we have the Giants, and we have the Patriots.
Oh, you know I'm going.
You know where I.
I know where you're going. I know where I'm going.
I'm going Santonio Holmes.
I'm going Edelman.
Toe tap.
I'm going Edelman. There's three defenders on him, and he still caught it. Let's go. June's gonna go Philly special. We know that.
Yeah. We know he is.
So
I was trying to find some sarcasm to say.
I know he's gonna look. We know he's going Philly special.
this was easy for all three of us except Nikki. Nikki, what do you have?
So I'm going.
Nikki, you should go the helmet catch because we was underway for that on the Roosevelt together. We just didn't know each other.
Yeah, I'm going Philly special.
Thank you.
I'm gonna hit myself with the.
I'm actually going Philly special because I think
that helmet catch was dope though. That helmet catch was nice though.
Yeah, but I think he because didn't Tom try to do that shit and drop the damn ball?
No, he tried to do he tried to do the Philly special.
And he couldn't catch it.
They did it first and they threw it over.
This
They dropped it like hot rock.
Number 2.
Right.
What's up?
That was the 2008 season, 2009 Super Bowl, the Giants won?
No, 2007. That's when they beat
2007, 2008, because ours was 2008,
Yeah.
2000. Yeah.
the 18.
That's when y'all went 18-0 and lost the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Yes, Bree, I know. You don't have to repeat it, okay?
No, I lived through it with my mama.
It's
in the
one of the
house.
worst disappointing. This is the only thing I cannot speak about because I feel like a bunch of horse shit. And let me
Listen,
tell
my
you,
mama was in the house.
yeah,
and
she's
she
a
made me
Giants
stay
fan.
up. Yeah, she made me stay up
happy.
with her for that.
I'm not happy because we should never lost that game, but it's okay. It's okay because Brady still got 7 rings, so it doesn't really matter. Doesn't matter.
Next, okay. So we have choose a trio. So you have A, Jonathan Taylor, Deebo Samuels, Patrick Mahomes, B, Christian McCaffrey, Justin Jefferson, Lamar Jackson, C, Derrick Henry, Jamar Chase, Josh Allen, or D, Justin Herbert, Cooper Kupp, Najee. I'm just gonna go ahead and say I'm going D. I'm going my man Jay Herbo.
Oh, you're right because I was gonna go C, Charlie.
Justin
When I saw
Herbert.
Jamar Chase and then I saw Josh Allen, I said that's a wrap. Let's go. So I'm going C.
I'm going D. I love me some
You know,
Jay Herbo.
you know who Nikki going with.
Nick is going with Lamar.
Lamar motherfucking Jackson.
All right, so no, I'm not because McCaffrey's on there.
You shouldn't pick him anyway. He's not accurate. So it doesn't matter who he has to throw the ball to.
Don't worry about it. First of all, don't tell me who the fuck I should pick.
First of all, I don't know who you cursing at. That's what I don't know. Because I'm gonna hit you with
You know what I'm saying?
All right. So June, who are you picking? June? Who are you picking? June?
Hey.
I have to stop that argument.
Right, because
I just have to stop the argument. June, who are you picking?
Hey, Alpha.
Alpha. Okay, Nikki, who are you picking?
I don't know, man. I hate these stupid ass games. I actually
Just pick. They're not going to be upset with you. They're not.
who?
The
No.
players that you don't pick.
So if I had to give you my honest,
Okay, can we speak? I do want to watch an episode of Love Island tonight.
And the challenge, you got to watch that challenge episode too.
I already watched.
so so when we were first going, I went with this team, but I can't say it because Derrick Henry is in my division, and I don't like the Titans.
Nikki, don't worry about that. Just worry about them as a player.
This was your team. Who would you pick if you
This is you. Choose for you. Like, this is your team.
Forget. So if you was in your own division, you own a team. You wouldn't pick. You wouldn't play to beat the Jaguars.
Don't be disrespectful all your life. I will play to beat the Patriots.
That's not the question we're asking.
This is your team. Like, who to be?
You're not going to beat
like,
the Patriots. But
yes.
go ahead. Let's just go.
You.
Now, first of all, you can't ask, and then when I tell you my truth, you talk about I'm not going to.
Are you telling me?
No, because you're saying they're in that division. Lord. Okay, Nikki picked C. That's just Nikki's pick.
Golly.
That was her gut.
Excuse me, Brick. You can't speak for me. Let me speak for myself. If it was up to me, I would pick Charlie.
And that's the name of the game. Choose for you. It's
I hate you.
It's not for the Jacksonville Jaguars. It's for Nikki.
Okay. Why are you still? I already chose.
Next, pick your offense. All in their prime. You see that prime?
A.
Okay,
I'm going A.
Wait, Frank, let me read it.
Fuck it. They could read it. A. Oh, wait a minute. You have Gronk at D?
Wait, Calvin Johnson at D, Frank. That's why I said let me read it.
No, I'm still stuck with A.
Wait, you have A, Tom Brady, Frank Gore, Randy Moss, Antonio
I don't know none
Gates.
of these people.
B, you have Peyton Manning, Derrick Henry, Terrell Owens, Travis Kelce. C, you have Drew Brees, LaDainian Tomlinson, Larry Fitzgerald, and Tony Gonzalez to go. And then you have D, Aaron Rodgers, Adrian Peterson, Calvin Johnson to go, and Rob Gronkowski. So mine's is stuck between D and C. I'm stuck with D and C, but I'm going D. I'm going D.
The bottom two is fierce, but I'm gonna go with A.
You're going A. I mean, yeah, you have Frank Gore and Randy Moss with Brady under center. So
yeah, and Antonio Gates when he was in his prime was a problem.
In his prime, yeah.
So I mean, you know,
I'm going D. Prime Aaron Rodgers. You have Calvin Johnson and Rob Gronkowski.
That's a Megatron, right? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's Megatron. But you know why? I went with Brady though, because Brady in his prime, in both his 2 NFL careers he had in his 80 years playing, he's beat all them quarterbacks. So I'm going Brady.
Yeah, but he didn't beat all these quarterbacks with these specific, like if these quarterbacks had these weapons. Think of it that way.
Still, I'm going with Brady. I'm going with Brady.
I also think C is also a good one. Drew's, LaDainian Tomlinson, Larry Fitzgerald.
I don't even know who that is.
Tony Gonzalez to go. But I'm going D.
I don't think Nikki should answer this question.
Okay. Yeah, I can't.
Because she doesn't know. So I don't think so. Nikki, you get to pass this one.
Okay. June?
I'm going with B.
You're going with B? Peyton Manning, Derrick Henry, Terrell Owens, Travis Kelce.
I think people sleep on Terrell Owens.
In his prime? No one sleeps on him. No one sleeps on him.
No. Terrell's a beast, okay? He might cry at press conferences, but he's a beast.
I don't know who that is. I don't know Antonio Gates, Randy Moss, Frank Gore. I only know one person out of A.
Tom Brady.
Yeah, that's the only person I know. I know Drew Brees. I know Larry Fitzgerald. Why I say Fitzpatrick? This asshole Aaron. I only know about Calvin just because my homeboy told me that, you know, he was named that, but he never won a ring. But he's in the Hall of Fame, ain't he?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's
First
the only
ballot.
reason why.
First ballot.
Yeah,
He's a goat. He's a goat.
But yeah, okay. But that was it. And of course I know Rob.
Next. All right, $10. $10. Okay, Lamar Jackson, Jay Herbert, Prescott, Hurts, Henry, Eckler, Harris, Robinson, Adams, Moore, Chase, Pittman, Sutton, Brown, McLaurin, and Cup. $10.
Oh my gosh.
So that's
So 4, 6.
Can I go?
yeah, you can go while they're doing that.
Herbert, Henry, Chase, Sutton.
That's a good one. Look. I'm just so happy that sleeping on my dog, Jay Herbert. That's my
No, I
baby.
like Justin Herbert. Listen, I like him. But this, I can pick him with this one.
Okay.
5, 9.
Oh my God.
I got mine. Mine's gonna be Herbert, Harris, Adams, Sutton. That's mine.
Hey, Jalen Hurts,
Mhm.
Derrick Henry,
Okay, 5.
Lamar Chase,
Okay, 7.
and Eckler. I just want one wide receiver.
Okay. That's cool. This is the last one, Nikki, so you don't have to do no more math after this. $10.
Nikki.
$10 max.
Hey,
Over.
Frank.
Mm.
Frank.
Mm.
Pull out your calculator, man. Nikki, come on. Grab some paper or something like it's a test.
1, 2, 3. 1 con 4 es 5, 5 y 3 son 8. Y she's gonna go Lamar Jackson. We know that.
All day. That's my
So that's 4.
That's my 4.
You have to say your numbers in Japanese, friend. Go.
In Japanese,
go.
I don't know it. Listen, 4 for Lamar Jackson. She's probably gonna go Najee.
She's gonna go
Najee. So that's 6. And then now here's where it gets interesting, right? Because is she gonna go all black wide receivers, or she's gonna put the mix of one?
No, so I went Lamar.
Okay.
Yep.
Chase.
Okay, that's 6.
Still 6, okay.
Robinson.
Okay.
Okay, that's 7.
8. That's 8.
And I got no choice. No, that's 7, motherfucker.
That's 7. Robinson is 1.
Wait, no, she said Jack. Who you said?
Lamar.
That's 4. Chase is 2 is 6.
The
And
6.
And Jack
Robinson.
Okay, yeah, 1. My bad. Yeah.
And then I went McLaurin.
Okay.
Because I had no choice. Yeah.
That's not bad though. He was good for Washington for the Commanders. So yeah.
That's where I went.
All right then.
Gosh, I hate that name.
And that was the end of Choose for You. Nikki being hard-headed per usual. The games.
I already had this one was easier than the other one.
I know I'm getting you for Christmas.
A calculator.
Tutor. Anyways, let's go ahead and wrap it up. Listen, another day. I look forward to this. We actually went a lot over, but it was good topics. Bree, thank you for putting it together. The games was interesting. Again, 76 days to go. I'm out.
76 days and 4 hours, or now 2 hours. Always a pleasure doing this with you guys. I hope everyone has a great week. Make sure you guys are staying motivated, work out, drink your water, drink your energy boosters that are 0 sugar, 0 fat, 10 calories, stay healthy, vegan. Look, Annie Energy should just, or Alani Energy should just sponsor me right now. Get your Alani. That's it. That's all I have.
Are you gonna pay for that?
Look, America. Honestly, it's always a pleasure coming on here. Not only seeing the my
Thank you. Oh,
whole
there you go, say me.
just sitting here, actually just talking, picking brains, trying to see things from other people's point of view, trying to argue your point of view. It's always fun. It's exciting. I'm obviously excited with this upcoming season, and I guess till next week. Y'all stay safe.
Hey, it's fun. I challenge you, just like the NFL, Barack Obama said. I challenge you to what did he say about the challenges? For I'm making my own. Huh?
Look at you.
Talking
Hey,
about Mike Tomlin.
Yeah. I mean, I make things my own all the time. But you know, face your challenges. At the end of the day, face your challenges. So that's going to be your
Don't
only
do
weakness.
ordinary stuff and expect unique results.
No, I like the challenges. Face your challenges, or you're going to be your own weakness. I added that last piece.
anyway,
And I
y'all
don't know why
stay
Trevor
blessed.
Lawrence was worth $4. All right, that's all I can say.
Anyway, y'all stay blessed. That's why Jalen Hurts is the weakest link. Bye, America. Bye.